I keep attracting the same kind of man. If you're having issues in creating a harmonious, loving relationship, no matter what you've been doing, no matter what action you've been taking outside yourself, you have this reoccurring pattern of attracting the same kind of person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man, it could be a woman too. But since most of you are women on this channel, I keep attracting the same kind of man. Those were the words that I heard years ago, which opened up a whole nother door to the expression of my music and energy healing gift. And I was working with a young lady who had a very common issue. For the last 10 years, I keep attracting the same kind of man into my life. Different body, different person, same issue. Not respectful, not very nice, maybe narcissistic, all these different aspects and qualities. You say, you know what, I've done all these different programs, all these different courses and different things, and I still keep creating this reoccurring problem in the area of relationship. So today what I wanted to share was perhaps maybe a little perspective, a little process to maybe help clear some of the things that are behind this reoccurring pattern that might be showing up in your life. And look to move through so that you can move forward in creating more harmonious relationships, more loving relationships, whatever it is that you truly desire to create. That is your inherent right. So I'm having a session with this young lady, frustrated as heck. I keep attracting the same kind of man. And so I'm digging. And what I kept hearing as she was talking was resentment, was unresolved issues, was anger, frustration, blame. All these different lower density frequencies were making themselves known. So, of course, being myself, I had to inquire as to why. And it ended up that she had had a very volatile relationship with her father for the last 10 years. They hadn't really spoken. They hadn't really connected. And she had a lot of unresolved issues, a lot of whole things held inside that just had never been worked through or processed through. So I asked her perhaps maybe the most empowering question that any of us can be asked on our journey. Are you willing to set the intention to forgive your dad? And she said, yes. And then I got this idea of, you know what? I am going to stream of conscious a piece of music for her with the intention of forgiveness. And out came a piece of music I had never played before. I recorded it. I sent it to her. I was experimenting. This was an completely intuitive, creative idea. She calls me up 3 days later. Mark, you are not going to believe this. What's up? She goes, my dad called me today. And he said, you know what? 10 years is way too long to have unresolved issues. Are you open to sitting down and talking about forgiveness and reconciliation? She says, you don't understand, Mark. My dad's like macho man guy. He would never do anything like that. And at this particular point in time, my response to her was, you know what? We're beginning to learn more and more how our inner world creates the outer, including our relationships, the relationships with ourselves, the relationships with others. You set the intention to forgive your dad. You played this music in the space with the intention and the frequency of forgiveness. What pops into your experience? An opportunity to reconcile and heal what absolutely needed to be healed before she was ever going to be able to create that loving relationship that she truly desired. Because in essence, she was recreating relationships with her father over this 10-year period, trying to reconcile it, trying to resolve it. And it wasn't until that moment that she took a stand in her power and said, I am willing to forgive. And what came into her experience? Not only some high vibration music to support that, but an opportunity to forgive what needed to be forgiven. So perhaps maybe you're having a reoccurring pattern showing up in the area of relationships. Maybe not being heard, maybe not being respected, maybe just been trying to create a loving relationship with a man or a woman, and been unable to do so. And it's so frustrating and it gets so we get filled with anger because we feel so powerless and unable to change the external world and what it is that we attract and bring into our experience. In order to change that, in order to transform that, in order to heal that, you need to change your energy, your frequency, your state of being. You need to, in essence, tune that string, the relationship string of your life, so that you can play more beautiful music throughout your relationships. Not only relationships with others, but the relationship with yourself. So key. So I wanted to share a little bit of music, and perhaps maybe this is something that you can relate to. I invite you just to take some deep breaths and ask the question, who am I still holding on to stuff from the past? Maybe look at your reoccurring pattern. Maybe look at the volatility that shows up in the area of relationship. And ask that question. And look to see what shows up. Setting the intention to forgive it. And I invite you to breathe in these notes. And we'll meet up on the other side. I look forward to sharing. So just take some nice deep breaths. Deep breathing. Breathing in the notes. Right into your heart space. Breathing in the energy of forgiveness and reconciliation. Deep breaths. We hold on to so much. But with your intention and your willingness to feel, you can free yourself. Big inhale, open mouth, let it go. So just take another deep breath, open mouth, let it go. Life masterfully outpictures through the facets of our lives. And if we experience disharmony, in this case, in the area of relationship, it means that we need to have the courage and the willingness to look within and look to see what needs to be reconciled, look to see what needs to be healed, look to see what needs to be let go of, to free yourself. Because until you do, that string or that facet of your life is going to be in a disharmonious state. And because life is really good at listening and marrying back, it's going to marry back disharmonious relationships, experiences in your life. The key to transforming it, the key to changing it is not out there, it's within you. Through this powerful process, by letting go of old resentments, old unresolved issues, old things that have occurred in the past, you can free yourself to create a more harmonious, loving, respectful, caring, spicy, whatever type of relationship it is that you truly desire. You deserve to have the best in life, and your true natural state is one of harmony and of bliss. Just breathe that in. So I'd love to hear what showed up for you in this process. Perhaps maybe some things came up, maybe some things revealed itself of maybe where you need to go do some deeper forgiveness work. I'd love for you to share in the comments. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, because this channel is all about helping you play more beautiful music throughout your life. You have a song. That song is your passion, it's your calling, it's your purpose. It's part of the reason why you came here to experience and play the game of life, is to express that into the world. And that's the key to you creating a life of meaning, of passion, and of purpose, but it's also the key to help transforming the world that we live in. So make sure that you subscribe, because every week you're going to have little musical notes, little messages to help you to tune the strings of your life experience so that you can jam, so you can bring your music forward. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Have a harmonious day.